All right, welcome guys. We're back for another episode of Popculture AF. I'm Fabio.
I'm Julian.
I'm Andrew. Welcome.
All right, so today is the X-Men episode. We're going to be talking about X-Men 97 seasons 1 and 2, and we're going to be talking about how the mutants have been used in the MCU since the Marvel acquired them back in 2019, and also give our thoughts and theories about how they're going to be used in a post-Avengers Doomsday Secret War world, basically.
First IRL podcast episode, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That is so true.
Yes. All right.
My goodness.
Start off.
Here we go. All right. So first off, X-Men season 1, quick recap. All right. So for those of you who don't know, it picks up where the original series left off. Charles is presumed dead, and Magneto is given full control of the X-Mansion and the X-Men. Also, we find out that Scott and Jean, who he thinks is Jean, but is actually a clone, is Malin Pryor, have a baby, Nathan, except he is given a techno-organic virus by Mr. Sinister and is sent to the future with Bishop to basically have there's a cure there in the future. And let's see, then Madeline Pryor briefly becomes the Goblin Queen. Then Jean cleanses her mind, and she feels that she decides to leave the X-Mansion and go off on her own, leave the X-Men behind. Then there was the Executioner who had this depowering blast that he tried to shoot Magneto with. Storm takes that instead, ends up losing her powers for a brief moment of time. There is a mutant from the future named Forge who comes back to the past and takes her to a ranch to try to give her powers back. There are some shenanigans with the adversary, this giant owl monster, that she ends up overcoming and defeating it and essentially becomes God. And yeah, it was pretty
Seeing
cool.
when she gets her powers back is pretty sick.
Yeah,
So tough.
I would love to see that live action.
that would be sick. Yes.
Because if they could do the things they did with like Thor in the MCU, imagine if they could do with Storm.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And then, so she gets her powers back, and then unfortunately, Genosha, this mutant country run by Magneto, ends up getting destroyed, bombed. Cable is unable, it comes back to the past to try to warn them, is unable to stop it. In that fight with the Sentinels as well, Gambit unfortunately sacrificed himself in a really badass way, though.
Crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah. I was like, way to go out like a man, too.
Yeah, seriously.
Crazy.
Oh, absolutely. And then finally, the main villain towards the finale ends up being Bastion, who were in combination with Mr. Sinister, is like a human slash machine who ends up creating a bunch of humans slash Sentinels together to basically attack the mutants and burn down the X-Mansion. Charles is actually not dead. He's alive in space. He ends up returning late as hell to the Florida. Everybody, so many people are dead. And X-Mansion is destroyed. Like,
Yeah.
it's like he's like, I hope I'm not too late. Man, you are late as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
And then eventually, Magneto uses his powers as an EMP to basically shut down all the Sentinels, and he ends up trying to leave Earth to basically set up his own like X-Men on asteroid M, I think is what it's called, and basically tries to say, "Peace out. I don't need you guys anymore." And just takes a bunch of minutes to leave, and then like the remaining X-Men basically fight him, and that's where Magneto gets attacked by Wolverine, and he removes the adamantium from his body, which was just an insane scene.
That was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, and then finally they ended up convincing Magneto to restore everything after like Charles and him have one of their like bad battles again. Eventually, the X-Men are sent into various points in time, and that's pretty much where the finale leaves off. Like we have different groups in different stages in the past, present, and future.
Yep.
All right. So, reception. How was it originally season 1 received by audiences?
99% Rotten Tomatoes, 91 audience. I think it did pretty good.
I loved it.
Amazing.
And the cool thing about it is also like, yes, it's essentially, I guess you would call it a sequel, like to the
Yeah,
original.
to a certain. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, no, the writers said that they wanted to be both a continuation of the original series, but they didn't want people to feel they had to see the original series
Right.
to understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Right, and that's exactly
Yeah.
So you can watch it literally, and it's just start from X-Men 97 if you choose to.
I watched some episodes about the 90s TV show, the cartoon, but not the full thing. I still, locked into it. It's a 97.
Yeah, no, I saw the originals in the 90s and everything. You know, that's our era actually.
Yeah,
You know.
I watched it.
Yeah, so we were watching it,
I
and
was a little too young to appreciate it. I think I started rewatching a couple episodes. I actually got tears in my eyes. Like, oh my god, this is such good writing.
yes, yes, yes. You know, and to see them bring that back, it gives just that. It just gave me a lot of joy.
Nostalgia,
It gave me a lot of joy and nostalgia. The animation's very clean.
Yeah.
Looks so much better.
I
Actually,
appreciate the fact that they still managed to keep like the designs very similar to a 90s counterpart. They just updated it.
yeah, it looks like a 4K version.
Yeah.
Essentially. But it was very nostalgic, and X-Men always had like, a good history, deep mythology, deep history.
Yeah.
Ties into segregation and discrimination, deep, concepts that are there in the X-Men world, and that's fleshed upon in the cartoons and in X-Men 97, and of course films as well. But for a cartoon series that's meant for everybody, they touch upon some deep subject.
100%. Yeah. Man, so now, real quick, let's talk about favorite characters and their moments. Let's go first.
Ooh.
Let's
Well, okay, I'll go first.
All right, got it.
Okay, I'll go line.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'll go first. Well, my character is always Wolverine, as you can see in the camera. Yeah, Wolverine, that's my guy. I got Wolverine figurines. I got, that's my guy. It's always been Wolverine. And
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
yeah, if you guys can catch that. But that was always my favorite, character. I love his attitude, his ferociousness. He does have heart. He goes through a lot of pain too. He knows a lot about pain, but being with the X-Men made him a better person. He's not just an animal and a weapon, and that's what I like. That's what I love about Wolverine. He discovered his humanity with Charles Xavier and being part of something bigger than himself. So I was always a fan of Wolverine as a character, what he means to me. So given that, one of my favorite scenes, it's also similar to Julian's, but my favorite one, and unfortunately, it's when Wolverine gets dropped by Magneto. It's like, what? But I was also mad. I was like, they just took my boy out like it was nothing. Like he's such a force of nature.
Yeah.
And Magneto, he's one of the most complex characters probably in comics. Just like, get out of my face! Like you are not touching me.
It's just the matchup was bad for him.
Yeah. It was just
always
like,
be bad when
I'm not used to seeing Wolverine. Just get washed the way he did, and I was just like, I get it. My jaw dropped.
I think everyone's jaw dropped when we saw the scene where they removed it. It was like, oh, what?
Yeah, like he made someone such a powerhouse, destroyed him. So I was like, oh my goodness, but definitely also another highlight for me was the first episode. It was Wolverine and Gambit. And Gambit charged up Wolverine's claws. Like that was sick.
It was such a cool combo move.
Yeah, it was a cool combo move. I would love to see that in live action one day.
Yes. Back and everything.
Down his back, he light charges up, and I'm like, oh, let's go.
Yeah.
So I definitely have a lot of moments, but mine was actually Magneto taking out Wolverine. I just couldn't believe that to see that happen. I'm not used to seeing Wolverine just get rocked like that. So, but it was just amazing, so.
My favorite characters are Nightcrawler and Gambit. I like the underrated X-Men like Colossus, Angel, Iceman. Like those are all underrated, but obviously Nightcrawler is my number one. Just because, first of all, his powers are tough, great swordsman, but he's always forgiven everybody. Like he forgave his mother Mystique for throwing him out. He forgave the carnival that he was in, that they abused him in. Still forgave everybody because he is Catholic. But dude is like that. And favorite scene is him and Wolverine. That fight scene was sick, peak cinema, bro.
The three swords.
Yeah.
Like,
dude.
That was sick.
I'm not gonna lie though, with me watching the Fox X-Men movies, I didn't really appreciate him like that. Like, I liked him, but the movies kind of center around Wolverine more than anybody else. But this TV show, this cartoon, put justice in his name, and I was like, damn, this is my new favorite X-Men.
Although you mentioned the my introduction to Nightcrawler was, I think I did see him in the original show, but like seeing him in live action, that opening scene where he's attacking like the White House in the White House. Like, yo, it was so cool. It still holds up to this day.
No, it does.
So it's like the fact that it came out, the movie came out like what, 2002 or something like that? Yeah, like it's
I believe so.
2003 or something like that. Like, but it was like seeing that in theaters was insane. It was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was like, this is so cool. And also like, he's so dangerous if he if he wanted to be.
Yeah, for someone who looks different and people hate the way he looks just because he looks like a demon, a blue demon, and he's still loving everybody, that plays a big part in so he's my boy.
Yeah. The character of pure love, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
In a sense, like, like these characters do teach you things, so like Nightcrawler teaches about forgiveness, which I thought was very interesting. You're gonna learn something from these characters.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
They're very relatable in that sense. Like the X-Men characters have always been relatively relatable.
Yeah,
everybody has a favorite mutant.
Yeah, like
they're different.
For me, I have always loved Cyclops in the show. I feel like the show they did a better job of showing him more justice than the movies have. If you've just seen the movies, you have not gotten a good representation of Cyclops. He's just been a boring stick in the mud who's just like the leader. Like that's his role. Like, but he's so much more than that. I feel like this show from the jump showcased how to use powers correctly, because they're not lasers, it's kinetic force. Yep. He uses it to push things and redirect stuff. And it's like, and he can cut things with it if he wanted to, but but it's not heat vision. It's not a laser, it's conductive force. That's what it is. And seeing him use it to like move his body around across the battlefield, it was so sick. And it's like, I love seeing him actually utilize his powers in that way, and also love how they did with his character. And they did to my boy so much justice this time. And my favorite scene is less of a fight scene and more of like a character moment when he's doing the interview, showcasing both him losing control but still staying in control, where he basically just tells the reporter that like, we're not like you. And it's like, and thank God we're not, because it's the only reason you people are still alive. Just putting it flat out there, that's saying we deal with aliens, threats, all of it, saving not just mutants but humans as well, and you guys hate us constantly. And it's like, and I'm sick of it. And it's like, and I love that moment because it showcases just like, I feel like Cyclops has always been a good middle ground between Charles and Magneto, whereas both are two very huge extremes of this case, where Charles is very idealistic and wants to like make peace with everybody. Magneto is like very like, no, like mutant supremacy, let's like just get rid of the humans. Cyclops has always been that in between. Like he sees both sides. He recognizes that Charles' view is way too idealistic and that Magneto's is way too extreme. It's like, I want to save people. I want to live in peace with them, but at the same time, I recognize that like you guys are ungrateful, and I don't like that, and I don't appreciate that, and I love that about that. So I'm hoping that I like the way they did with the show. I'm hoping that they give him more of his flowers in we'll talk about that later once we get to like Doomsday and everything, because like Cyclops is gonna be in that. So yeah,
let's go.
All right, wait for that. Season 2.
The X-Men are scattered through time. In the past, from the start of Apocalypse's reign, to the future at the height of his rule.
The X-Men. I must strike them at their most vulnerable. The 1990s.
First episode, Days of Past Future. We are in the future. All right, so we're dealing with the future team. They're in 3960. We got Cyclops, Jean Grey, Wolverine, and Storm. Forge ends up going into the future to retrieve the team to go back to the 90s.
Yeah.
All right, that episode, that was sick.
Cyclops trying to stay for
Nathan. Yeah, he's not Cable yet, but Nathan.
But Nathan,
Yeah.
It was pretty cool because it's kind of bugged out like to see like the two like the variations of certain characters.
Mm-hmm.
So like in the future, not you see peak Apocalypse.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like
at the height of his power.
At the height of his power, So, and it was that I think they did him pretty, justice. They did him justice. He was just intimidating, and he was. I would love to see a live action version of Apocalypse correctly.
Yes, not the one that we saw with what was his name?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar
Yes.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Great actor. But
But like, yeah, the story didn't do him justice.
They just didn't
The
do it.
writing didn't do it justice.
Right into
He's
it.
a good actor. Yeah.
But in the X-Men '97 series, though, I was just like,
Give him justice.
that's what I'm talking
That's
about.
peak apocalypse.
Yeah.
That was definitely peak apocalypse. I like the costume designs too.
I do too. Yeah, like Wolverine looks kind of sick. I like his.
It's like a freaking.
He's like
oh
a
man.
No,
he's like a man with the race and the bones now.
And like, even though he has the bone claws and they break, he's still just like going at it, like he's still an animal.
Yeah, he was very ferocious in that in future timeline.
Yeah,
Who else?
and then we have like
The present.
well, actually before we get to that one, real quick, I know we have they do like Jean and Cyclops reveal to Nathan that they are his parents.
Yes.
And he ends up controlling the technovirus in him a little bit, saving themselves too. That was pretty sick. And also, what's her name? Asani, I think her name was.
The girl with the purple.
Yeah, the
Purple,
cloak.
yeah.
Yes,
She kind of looks like Cable. Was weird.
she does.
It's so
It
weird.
was weird.
I
Yeah,
was like,
it's like you look like
Yo.
female Cable. You
yeah.
guys related?
I don't know. Maybe there's some tie. I don't really know.
There might be.
tie-ins or something. I don't know.
Something. I mean, like but we'll see about that. But like, I think the fact that she revealed that like this was kind of her plan to bring these X-Men, just separate them at different points of time in hopes to try to stop Apocalypse.
Yeah.
And so it's like time travel stories are always kind of tricky with me because they can get real confusing.
Very.
Because like you don't know if like, all right, are we actually going to change? If we change this, is it going to actually affect our future, or was it always supposed to be like that?
Like
Was the
change
fact?
event.
Yeah, exactly. Or were we always meant to be like in the past, affecting this in this way, so that it ends up putting it on the path that we know it to be? It's like we don't know.
I have no idea. It's gonna be. Yeah, I don't know. Like, well, let's like, what's the end game with her? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. But still, sick episode. Great way to come back into it.
Oh yeah, they definitely fired on all cylinders.
Yeah. Yep.
Next episode. All right, it's episode 2, A Force to Be Reckoned With, X-Force. That title sequence.
Oh my
The title sequence was sick. I did
Yeah.
not expect that.
Yeah.
That was fine. What the?
That was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, like the same title music and everything.
Yeah.
But it's an X-Force theme.
Yeah, with the X-Force team. So we got Cable, we got Sunspot, Archangel, Cyclops, and Jubilee.
Oh, and Archangel.
Yeah.
You said Archangel.
Yeah, Archangel, yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy because those are, these are characters that like don't get enough love.
They don't.
Appreciate it. Like,
Yeah. And
Wait,
they had their chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like there's like that's always like I said, always like with this show, like you're if you have a favorite X-Men, they most likely will get their time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, granted, obviously the first season we focused on like the main characters that we all know, and like this one, because it kind of worked out in their favor, they're all separated. So now in the present day, we got some mutants who normally didn't get a chance to sign last season, now get their opportunity.
Yeah.
So that's all brilliant writing.
Oh yeah. Sure. Also, like I've got to see X Factor too. We got Havoc, Polaris, Strong Guy, and Multiple Man.
They're like Nazis, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I
a lot of
like the Gestapo a little bit. Like they're scary. It's scary because like to see these
bad.
to see these mutants going after their own kind.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
it was kind of twisted.
Yeah, but like it's again like the allegories to real life, man. Like ugh.
Yeah, there's a lot of allegories to real life right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of on the nose a little bit. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah. So that was a pretty good episode too. Anything else we missed in that one? Jubilee so shocked me. Like, yo,
She had a pretty sick scene.
she did. That was awesome.
Her scene.
It kind of reminded me a little bit when she put the headphones in. It kind of reminded me of Quicksilver.
Quicksilver scene.
They use a pass. Yeah.
That was pretty sick.
Like you said, every character has, their own time.
Their moment, yeah,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people like because X-Men's so popular, so like people do have like their particular mutant that may not even be an X-Men. They just may just be a mutant character,
And they just like them, yeah.
They just like them, you know what I mean? But they definitely touch upon this stuff like throughout the series that like you'll get your character
Yeah.
to get recognized.
For sure.
I deeply admire that about that. Like they do that in a sense a little bit better than films do.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
You're like, and I want films to do the same thing, but
It's a little harder because like the films have a finite amount of time, whereas like shows, there's multiple episodes, so like a character can have like an episode dedicated to them. Whereas in a
Exactly.
film, it's like it's kind of tricky to like be about everybody at once.
yeah, they're utilizing their advantage on that.
Yeah.
So it works out well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we're going back into the past with Rise of Apocalypse Part 1. Okay, so we have the past team. It is within 3000 BCE. We got Magneto, Beast, Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Bishop, who ends up going into the past to retrieve them to bring them back to the present.
That
Yeah.
Magneto's agenda is very interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I love the fact that Magneto and Charles kind of swap places this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's Magneto, the one who's trying to be the one who's trying to guide this mutant
Yeah,
to be on the right path.
Yeah.
Whereas Charles is like, you can't. It's like, no, there's no way you can do this. It's like he's bad, and it's
It's
But
always
I-
like that. He's get bad.
But I wonder if so by Magneto doing what he's trying to do with Apocalypse, what was the original El Saba?
and Salvador.
El Salvador. By him doing that, indirectly creates Apocalypse.
That's what I mean by time travel, man. It's like if he had done nothing, would he have actually like gone down this route, or is he
Yeah.
putting him on the path to become Apocalypse?
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna put him on the path to becoming Apocalypse. I feel like in a sense, Magneto's responsible.
Kind of like, but
You
like,
know?
It-
Is
like
gonna
I-
be responsible.
Like I said, it's gonna be like a canny event. Like he's always meant to be evil. That's how the show is gonna,
That's his
sway
fate.
him. Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
That's his fate.
which is
Yeah.
like again, the kind of the tragedy in that story and that character, because it's like it's unfortunate. Like, he could have had he could have chosen a better path, but unfortunately, like it's kind of written for him already.
Yeah.
So, you know how like future movies, you change something back then.
Yeah, yeah.
So would Magneto be at fault for creating Apocalypse?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
No, because like I if anything, I wouldn't say it's necessarily Magneto's fault, because like he's doing the right thing. Like he's
Right.
trying to show him the right path. It's like almost like he's like the angel on his side, and Logos like the other figure of and Salvador he is like the devil, like, and unfortunately it's up to him to decide like who's he gonna listen to.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like I don't blame Magneto, because it's like
No, I don't blame him either. You know?
it's like you're doing like you're trying to put him in the right path, but ultimately it's got to be his choice. What's he gonna choose to do?
Yeah. So I don't know. Like it's one of those things where like it's gonna inadvertently happen. I don't know. I just had to.
Oh, yeah,
It's gonna happen.
Really good for opening for the first 3 episodes.
It's
Absolutely.
all peak, to be honest.
Oh my god, yes.
There's no misses
No.
sometimes.
And I thought it was gonna be, I thought it was gonna feel a little different, like with
Yeah.
the whole writer situation
Yeah.
going on.
Right, yeah.
So and then he had some issues with Marvel or something like that, right?
Yeah,
They fired him or something.
they did, because one of the writers on
Hit
it.
the man.
Again, it's a big complicated issue that I don't know if we really can get into, because I can't really speak too much on it. But all I know is that like he was having issues with Disney and the writing team,
Yeah.
and like there were some problems that he had to in his personal life that they ended up just letting him go, and he had there was some bad blood there. But
Was he still involved in season 2?
no, he was
Wait,
he was just season.
Just season 1.
Just season 1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, keep in mind, like there are multiple writers on this show. It's like
Yeah,
there's not just one.
Yeah.
It's like so like again like it is a loss, unfortunately, because he is good.
Yeah, he is. But it didn't feel, like I was afraid it was gonna feel a little different. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
I know what I'm saying.
it put all that stuff, and it didn't feel any different.
No, yeah, it's still a
It's
good
still
show.
it's still on par, like it's still on
Yeah.
peak. Still peak. Viewing experience, which is great.
Yeah,
I'm very happy with that.
yes, for sure.
And I think they're gonna do season 3 too, right?
They are.
They already greenlit.
They greenlit season 3 already.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did already.
Yeah. I'm not too sure if is it still gonna take place in the 97, or are they gonna go
forward
to 98, or
I don't know. I kind of hope so.
I can see that happening. And then, I can see a Spider-Man 98.
I want that so bad, especially after season 1.
I can
Yes.
see a Spider-Man.
Like all those Easter eggs that had transpired, and it's implied
everybody,
of a Spider-Man 98.
everybody who's a fan of the Spider-Man, 90s cartoon wants that.
Yes, yeah.
Or not wants, needs that.
Yeah,
Needs it.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So next thing, all right, we're gonna talk about. So back in 2019, the MCU acquired the rights to 20th Century Fox. Essentially, they acquired the rights to have feature X-Men and mutants in the MCU now. So we're going to talk a little bit about how they've been utilized so far in the MCU, basically since 2019 to today. First one, WandaVision, which came out in 2021 on Disney Plus.
Great show.
They came out really strong with these Disney Plus shows. WandaVision was a really good show.
That was a great kickoff.
Yeah.
People are gonna hate me, I thought WandaVision was so mid. I did not like WandaVision. I know people are gonna be like, "Yo, what are you talking about, bro?" I wasn't into it. I just wasn't locked in.
Ah,
I
man.
just didn't really
I
like it.
locked in.
I just
It's like the third episode.
Yes, by episode 3, I was like, what is going on? I needed, like, everyone was talking about it, everyone was theorizing. I love the fact that they released it like, week by week because, like, they had a whole week for people to talk to each other and, like, come up with ideas of what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it's a deeper show. Like in the beginning, you're like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
You know, like it definitely wasn't like my kind of like show.
Yeah, no, it was it's different because it was like they were in like a sitcom like story.
Yeah.
You could tell there was something weird going on here.
But it was definitely a grief. Like it was like a process of grief.
Yes, for
kind
sure.
of kind of show.
She
you
lost
know?
vision, yeah.
Right. So so that stuff got really deep, you know, and just the concept was definitely ambitious.
Yeah.
I was
Onto the mutant part of this show. So, like, basically, they featured Evan Peters as Quicksilver in the show. However, we later find out that it wasn't actually Quicksilver.
I was kind of mad about that.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted him to be actually
Stupid.
Quicksilver.
so stupid. Like,
I was like, yeah, we have a great idea. Never mind. Psych.
yeah.
Cool. Like,
Like-
I was like, what?
It was like everyone was so hyped about it. It's like, oh shit, that's the X-Men universe. Like the Fox 20th Century is like crossing over. It's like,
Yeah.
no, actually, it's just a Ralph Boner joke.
Yeah.
So bad.
I hate that. I hate when you set up something that's like really catch you off guard and it was just to be nothing but a, like I said, a joke. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
They messed it up, to be honest with you.
100% they messed it up.
Yeah. So the first introduction to mutants, not the best. Next one was Miss Marvel in 2022.
Fun show.
It was a cute show. Could have used more episodes. I feel like did you ever see it?
Fucking hated it.
Oh,
Yo, I hated it so much. Because,
It's
like,
fun, you know,
it was trying to be funny with, it wasn't really funny. Like, her family, yeah, they're pretty funny.
Yeah, I like the family.
But
Characters. That's
there's
terrible.
a scene when there's like a ninja or something, and they're like making a joke. So cringy. I don't know why you put that in the show.
I don't remember that joke.
Bro, it was so, I forgot what it was, but so corny.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember either.
Yeah.
I don't remember
I
it
was like,
either.
block that.
Oh, no. It was like a Donkey Kong joke.
Oh, right, yeah, when she's like going on
What the hell?
when she's on the platform. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
came
I was
back to
like,
But again, like she's a teenager. They can be kind of cringe sometimes. I
I
feel
think that's why I tolerated it because
Yeah.
it pulled from an innocent teenager's perspective.
exactly, yeah.
You know?
they changed her powers also.
They did, yeah. Normally she's
Green
like,
Lantern.
she's like, yeah, basically, yeah. Like they instead of her being stretching out kept like Mr. Fantastic and stuff, they basically gave her like she's like a Green Lantern. It's like she can she got like these like astral projections things that she can like step on manifest.
Not gonna lie, didn't mind.
I was good with that.
Didn't mind.
I like the little tease of the X-Men theme.
Yes, at the end there, yeah. So like that. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, when Kamala Khan was first introduced in the comics, she originally was an Inhuman, but the only reason that was the case was because the House of M storyline had already happened, where Scarlet Witch said no more mutants, and essentially eliminated a bunch of mutants. Like they were just like all of them were just wiped out. And because they were trying to do away with that, because at the time in the movies they were really pushing for the Inhumans to be a taken fold. So like again, this is an effect of like the movies are infecting the comic books, and because of that, they made Miss Marvel an Inhuman in the comics. But now they kind of course corrected because the creator of it originally wanted Miss Marvel to be a mutant. So now it's like, all right, so now she can be a mutant in the show. So that's what we reveal at the very end, where her friend, I think his name was Bruno or something like that.
I think so, dude.
I forget.
I didn't care less what
Bruno.
their names
Okay,
were.
all right.
I didn't even know what the names were.
Her friend, there's basically reveals to her that like, oh, okay, so pop it up and so look at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on. And Ms. Marvel, right?
The Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
We can talk about them, sure. But that's before this. We can bring that.
Yeah, technically they are.
There are mutants.
It is Bruno.
It is Bruno. Okay, I was
You are
right.
It
I was
is-
right. Cool.
it
It's
is
Bruno. So he reveals that Miss Marvel is like her powers originated from like a mutation in her genetic makeup, and then the 90s.
They did like the little X-Men,
Yeah.
like nine,
So-
X-Men 97. It's the X-Men theme. Like
X-Men theme, X-Men theme, yeah.
So, came up.
Julian brought up a good point that like technically we did skip because like granted, they weren't mutants when this first came out because when Age of Ultron first showed up, it was
the point that the apocalypse like that era
yeah,
when they're in
yeah. So like, when did Age of Ultron come out?
2006 no 15
15. Okay, so they hadn't. Unfortunately, they didn't say that they were mutants. Yeah, they couldn't say it at the time. But like, they did appear in the movie, and they are technically mutants, even though they weren't mutants yet.
Yeah.
Or we couldn't say they were mutants in that movie.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say they're mutants. But
Now we can.
Yeah, but essentially,
By the way, waste of Quicksilver.
Oh my god, it's such a
What
waste.
a waste.
yeah, it was.
Oh my god, like what sucks is the fact that like going into it, like I had a feeling that he was gonna die simply because of the fact that like he is way too tied to too many things with the X-Men.
Yeah.
Whereas Scarlet Witch, there are a lot more stories where she's involved with the Avengers and Vision and stuff, her relationship there. So it's like, obviously they're not going to kill her. Him, he is disposed.
And it's also at a time too. It was also at a time when they didn't even know if they could do mutants.
Exactly.
They didn't know
They had two
mutants.
Quicksilvers at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have, with all those rights issues and stuff like that. Fox was still around with
Yeah.
Batman and everything. So, they didn't know if it was even possible.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just a waste. He had so much potential.
Oh, he did. Oh my god.
Great potential.
Like, if he had stuck around, it'd been so cool seeing him in, like, Civil War.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Him interacting with like Spider-Man. You know?
there was so much wasted potential there, too. Ah, man, that's disappointing. So, all right, now we did WandaVision, Miss Marvel, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. That's when we get into the different universes where we meet the Illuminati featured with Professor X.
Yes.
Black Bolt, Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
Captain Carter.
Yes. Captain
And
Marvel.
then, yeah.
That's all.
That version. Yeah.
That version of Captain Marvel.
Let's see Xavier in like more of a classic look.
Yeah, that was pretty
And
cool.
The theme song played, right?
It did. It did
like
play
a little bit.
Played a little bit as he came out, and so I mean, my thing with this is that like the Illuminati just showed up to die, right?
Yeah. That's kind of annoyed by that.
Yeah.
They were like, because the Illuminati, if you don't know, in Marvel cinema and the Marvel universe in comics, they are basically like what we got, like the Illuminati that we think of in the world where they affect like so many different things. It's comprised of all these intelligent people in the Marvel universe that have a hand in influencing different effects of the world. And like they were featured in this movie, but basically, Scarlet Witch just like kills them all.
Yeah, by the way, responsible for Planet Hulk.
Yes, they were. Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I also hated that movie.
You did?
The music note fight is so stupid.
Well,
That's
yeah.
You're telling me, yo, that's me.
But I did respect the horror movie approach.
And then
Yeah.
the way Professor X, you just snap. That's it.
Yeah, I was a little mad about it.
She's dead. Knowing damn well we're probably gonna see her in Doomsday too. So
Oh yeah, she
ain't dead.
She's not dead.
Nah, I don't think she's dead either. But but I did respect the horror movie approach.
I did. I wish they would have let Sam Raimi be more horror.
More horror.
It's holding him back. They held him back, man.
He was held back a lot. And I get it. It is a Marvel movie.
I know.
And they're trying to get everybody to watch it. They're trying to find that balance. But I respect the imagery. Like you see a lot, Sam Raimi's like dark imagery was in it.
Yeah.
Like I like the zombie strange and all that stuff.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, cool moments.
Yeah,
Make me say. So,
yeah, America Chavez was cool. But what I was saying is stupidest post credits scene. I don't care what nobody says with the third eye. And then he's with
Oh yeah,
What
was
was that?
Charlize Theron's character?
Charlize Theron's character basically talking about like the incursions, basically, and they got to fix
they
it.
go in a post.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dumb. They haven't really.
I feel like
They haven't followed up on that.
no, they happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then okay. So now we go to Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I thought it was a decent movie.
I liked it.
I think considering the fact that this was not the original plan, they had a completely different script written for Chadwick Boseman.
Coogler.
I didn't
Different.
like the film, but I understand the direction they had to go because that was an uphill battle.
It was, yes.
I like the Namor stat.
Namor
He
was
had so much aura.
Oh
bro.
my god, they managed to make the little feathers he has on his wings, on his ankles look cool.
And then the scene when they're first taking Shuri to Atlantis, right?
No,
It's not Atlantis.
it's
I forgot what it's
Talon
called.
Kid.
yeah, that's what it is. It's basically it's basically Marvel's version of it.
Yeah, but that whole scene was so beautiful with the soundtrack. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
yo, it's fire.
Definitely not my favorite movie. But
my
I,
favorite,
but I respect that they wanted to push the approach. I still stand by this. I'm putting it on the record for the while we're here talking. They should have recasted Black Panther.
Yeah.
T'Challa. T'Challa is
Yeah.
Black Panther. And
Yeah.
I think they would have did Chadwick Boseman a more of a service, recasting someone that can take on the reins and keep
I
going.
feel like they should have did that, but also have Shuri become a Black Panther and put her into the Young Avengers, something like that.
Like, I don't mind that approach. Yeah, I don't
something
mind that
like
approach, but as long as T'Challa was still alive as a character,
Mhm.
I don't think the character should have been killed off in the MCU because now they're struggling now to bring him back. That's what they want to do. Like,
I
that's the
guarantee
direction they
you,
wanna do.
Doomsday or Secret Wars, they're gonna find a way to bring it back.
Oh, for sure.
Probably.
And
Find a way to bring
because I will get to that when we gotta talk about all the things they can do with that that movie because like they're gonna reboot. That's what's gonna happen.
a soft reboot.
A soft reboot, basically. Yeah. All right. Next one, The Marvels. Truth be told, guys, I actually didn't see this one.
I don't think nobody.
Yeah,
I don't think nobody had seen that.
I'm sorry, I'm not interested.
I just knew that Beast was in it. That's it.
Yeah, I saw the
I did see the post
I
credits.
saw the post credits
That
scene
was cool.
online, and like it's like, yeah, that was pretty cool seeing him. He looks like his '90s version of the character.
Yeah,
it's cool.
That was cool, and it was Kelsey Grammer.
Yes, that too. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was cool.
And then he was like in a science lab, like it was like the 2000s X-Men's hallway.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so like I was like, so I'm guessing this is like the Fox universe, is it, or is it
I
like?
guess.
I wonder how they're gonna put that in Doomsday. What version of X-Men is this? Like,
Well, I think we're getting.
like,
we'll
if-
get to that.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, but like that
my
basically.
horses.
That was it. That was it. So basically, none of us saw the Marvels because, truth be told, I saw the trailer and was like, that doesn't look worth my time.
It didn't look good. Listen, it happens sometimes. It's like, hey, I'm not wasting my money watching.
I know Captain Marvel's a dickhead in the comics, but like you could make her movies like good. Not good, but like,
First
better. I didn't have the first one either, to be honest.
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the second, it keep my interest at all.
To be honest, except for the Beast post credits.
Yeah, that was it.
Like,
Again, that's the only reason.
That's the only really important part.
That's the only thing we're mentioning here.
It's sort of a filler kind of film.
It was a time where Marvel did it.
Yeah, they're still recovering.
Yeah, they were
post Endgame. They were like one of those problems.
Unfortunately, like as we talk about these, we're realizing that like we're getting like worse and worse as we
Worse
go
and
on.
worse.
It's mid movies after mid movies.
Yeah.
During that phase, it was very.
It was very like post Endgame. Like there were very few good movies, Marvel movies coming out at the time.
That's
Which
true.
is unfortunate.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, with like all the stuff with Kang and stuff, we'll get into that. But like, all right, here, so last one, Deadpool, Wolverine.
Oh, this is gonna be good. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Right movies at it.
Yeah,
After Endgame.
Yeah.
Really good.
Definitely a highlight. Definitely
Yeah.
a highlight. It was definitely a big love letter to like the Fox X-Men world and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got so many mutants, so many people showing up.
So many
Ant-Man
Easter eggs.
is hilarious.
Yeah, figuring Channing Tatum finally got the role that he wanted. He always wanted Gambit. And we finally got to see that on the big screen. So, in a comedic fashion, of course.
Yeah,
It's a Deadpool movie, first and foremost. But,
Yeah.
Got to see, Wolverine in his yellow finally.
Yes, in his suit. And like, I love the fact that like they did not ruin the ending of Logan because that was now its own completely separate universe. And it's like that story concluded. That Wolverine is very much dead.
Yes. Dead.
This is a different Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yes.
I low-key wish that Johnny Storm didn't die.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a love
It was
to the Fox character.
Sure, yeah, and I'm sure he loved playing that character again.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it was fun.
It's a fun movie.
Oh, yeah.
The whole movie was fun.
It was definitely a good time.
Yeah.
Do you remember the announcement for Deadpool Wolverine when Ryan Reynolds was announcing
Yeah, it was
it?
like Christmas. Like it was a Christmas announcement. Like it was like a house.
He was in the house, and he was talking about like
Yes.
like, hey, I have an idea for Deadpool, and he said, here, you want to play Wolverine one more time? Oh yeah, sure. He said, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I freaking lost it.
It's like, dang, yeah, well, Hugh Jackman is set to play Wolverine in the upcoming movie too, right?
yeah, Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Is he?
Yep.
Apparently tweeted he's gonna kill somebody. MCU character.
See,
know who?
I had a
But
feeling they were gonna do this.
Yeah.
And Hugh Jackman's like, damn, Marvel's got some good ideas for Wolverine, and I do not want to miss this. I am staying.
It's like I know Logan was such a good end to my character. Like, yes, it was a good end to that version of the character.
well, we got a new version.
It's like we were a new version, so we can still keep you in and give you more stories.
That whole movie was just amazing. The scenes when Deadpool was trying to get a version of Wolverine.
Yeah, he was
The
going
whole
to
sequence was just amazing.
Yeah, freaking
Seen Hulk.
Yeah,
For oh,
a brief moment. Yeah.
Calvary.
That was funny.
Calvary.
That was hilarious.
You don't know, you'll know if you watch it.
Yeah. So like in all, I think that was a pretty that after like a series of mid films and as like to have that one. I think it was the only movie that came out that year of Marvel, right?
Wait, 20?
Deadpool 2024.
I believe so. Yeah,
I think it was it. I think it was that was the only one because they were in the midst of like trying to do changes because like they had to rewrite the whole thing with Kang and stuff.
I think Loki came out season 2.
Yeah, Loki also did come out
yeah.
that year too. Yes.
Yes.
But in terms of movies, I think that was the only
I
movie.
think that was the only movie that
Yeah.
year. Yeah, that was a banger though.
It was. It was
so
I
fun.
watched that movie a lot of times.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did too.
It made me
Like,
laugh like crazy.
I lost it when Wolverine put on his cowl and everything. There's a lot of moments where you're gonna be like yelling at the screen, you know.
Yes.
Especially watching it in a theater was a great
It
experience.
almost was.
That whole experience was just peak.
It's fun.
It was. It was just fun movie, man.
You're going to get your moment of happiness in that.
I'm gonna laugh so much, bro.
Yeah. All right, we gotta talk about theories of mutants in the MCU post Doomsday Secret Wars. We can talk a little bit about how they're going to be used in Doomsday Secret Wars. It's like cool. Sure. So like, all right, so we know that a lot of characters are going to be in this thing. We know that a lot. Yeah, for Doomsday. Yes, we know that a lot of the X-Men are going to be in this.
Yes.
We have 4 different teams.
Yes, we do.
Avengers, X-Men, Young Avengers, and then Fantastic Four, and then
Fantastic Four.
Thunderbolts,
And Thunderbolts.
New Avengers.
New
We got 5.
New Avengers. Yes, we got a lot of teams in this thing. It's going to be jam packed.
Very.
So, how do we think they're going to be utilizing these characters in this? Actually, what version do you think they're even going to use?
I think it's just gonna be like a just version. It's not gonna be like the Fox
version.
Yeah.
They're going to use those actors, but
Yeah,
it's
but
not-
I
yeah,
think
I
it'd be
think it's
fair.
just gonna be like
so like Wolverine kind of thing.
yeah,
Yeah, kind of the same approach to do. Yeah, Wolverine.
Mhm.
They're gonna do with the other characters.
Yes.
Okay.
You know. I just I heard that Magneto's gonna have some crazy scene. I don't know, but that's what I
I
heard.
heard for people that have seen the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
They're
heard.
saying that Magneto has something. I don't know what it is, but like that he's gonna do something crazy. And so I would love to see like it. And it's Ian McKellen
Yeah.
that.
I heard that Nightcrawler fights with Richards.
Okay.
I'm like, what? That happens?
Yeah. Something like that too, actually.
Yeah, I've been hearing that like it's gonna be we're gonna see like a bunch of different teams fighting each other. You'll see X-Men versus Avengers
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah,
I just don't want to see Xavier die again.
Probably was.
I'm tired of
it's gonna be a little
Xavier
what?
die.
Let's see. He died in X3. He died in Logan. He died in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. If he dies again in this, that's the 4th
Technically,
time.
Died in X-Men 97.
Oh yeah, he did die in X97 too. So like
true.
he's died too many times.
He's died 20 times. I hope he doesn't die this time. You know.
I do think Doomsday is gonna, give these Fox characters justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That piece of Cyclops.
That was sick, man. Like him removing the visor, like yo,
In his classic.
In his classic.
in his classics too.
But I don't
James
know if
Marsden
I
too.
don't know if you guys saw. There's like a leak of a T-shirt of like all the Avengers, and then you see like the X-Men with their comic
Their
actor
actor
suits. Yeah,
No,
That's the thing that also really bugged me. Like Fox never really was like too many times they shied away from like having the characters in their comic accurate suits. They were afraid to do that.
I think they just felt like, oh, black is better. But like, it's not.
they teased the Wolverine costume in Wolverine 2013.
Yes, they
Which is
did.
on the plane. Yeah, but we never got that.
He never actually wore it in the Fox movies. He wore it finally in Deadpool Wolverine.
Yes.
I think they were afraid to make it like horny or like
Because it's yellow.
Again, they were afraid that like we gotta sell this to people who aren't comic book fans, and like it's like people who are not comic book fans aren't gonna want to see these characters dressed like in silly costumes. It's like, but that's part of what they do though. Like they dress in those costumes that are bright and colorful
Yeah.
because they're superheroes.
Exactly.
But also they're not cringy or corny at all. Their costumes are fucking lit.
Yeah.
So fire. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So like what I think is most likely gonna happen, because the Secret Wars, we already kind of know that, like, all right, so Battle World is going to happen.
Yeah.
So most likely what's gonna happen is like it's gonna be similar to how it was with Infinity War first, where Thanos wins. So we're gonna have Doomsday's gonna win in Avengers Doomsday. Doctor Doom's gonna win.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's Doomsday. Sorry, Doctor Doom.
Doomsday will win.
He's like a surprise. He's crossing over from DC.
He's crossing over and he will win.
My bad. So Doctor Doom is going to win in Avengers Doomsday. He's going to create Battle World where like all the surviving characters, because characters are most likely going to die in this.
Yeah.
Anyone who survives is going to be in Battle World now, and then that brings us to Secret Wars, which is gonna be
Correct. That's gonna make so much money in the box office.
if Doomsday does well. If Doomsday sets it up well,
I think it's
people
going
don't
to.
want to see Secret Wars.
I think it's
good. It's good.
I hope so. I hope so.
I heard that Doomsday is supposed to be like an Endgame Part 2. I wonder how that plays in. It's gonna
Apparently like a direct sequel too.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
That's what they're saying. Yeah, and that's like, which I'm not too sure. Again, it's gonna be it's a tricky part with that is the fact that like so much is like the original plan was for Kang, and that's what a lot of those movies post Endgame were setting that up,
Right.
and then that whole thing had to get scrapped, and now they had to rework a lot of stuff. So it's like, all right, when was the last time we were successful? Like really, really peak. Endgame. Okay, we're gonna make this be a direct sequel to that. Forget all the stuff we did with Kang, and we're just gonna follow up that movie.
hey, real quick, is Frank Richards considered a mutant?
No.
He is.
Oh,
He
he's
is?
interviewing.
Yes, he is.
What are his powers?
So reality warping powers that make one of
It's
them.
the strongest food
Oh,
in
yeah.
the MCU.
Basically God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Omega level. Yeah, he's an Omega level mutant.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
reality
yes.
warping abilities, telekinesis, matter manipulation, creation of pocket universe.
So Frank.
So he is a mutant.
So Reed Richards and Sue Storm, like their son Franklin, he is apparently a mutant.
Yes.
Wow, Omega level mutant. I did not know that.
Yeah, so it ties into this stuff too, because he's gonna have great importance now in Avengers Doomsday and all that stuff too. I'll let you.
Yeah. By the way, I heard that Doctor Doom is going to focus on Steve Rogers more than Reed Richards.
Mm-hmm.
Richards.
Which, why? Why? If they're thinking about,
I think it ties into the stones, and I think it ties to putting the stones back. I think because when Steve Rogers went back, I think it just messed up history.
Well, keep in mind, like you also pointed out one time we were talking about, like that baby, that son that he has in the past, that kid shouldn't exist.
He's an anomaly.
He's an anomaly. So like I feel like the fact that not only did he go back in time to like put the stones back, but the fact that he stayed in the past
Yes.
is what's causing problems now.
I just hope that Doomsday, because superhero movies has a way that like when it's dealing with kids,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just praying it's not like that, because obviously Doomsday is gonna deal with kids.
But yeah, so and unfortunately, because dealing with Doomsday and Secret Wars, anything goes with the current mutants we have.
Yes.
So a lot of them could perish
Yeah.
in this.
I think for the X-Men, everybody's
It's pretty fair game that that anything could happen to them.
Yeah, exactly. I think that nothing's off the table now.
Especially when they're coming from the Fox era versions
Of those characters.
Those
Yeah.
characters.
So, like, most likely what's going to happen after Secret Wars, because in the comic books, the Secret Wars storyline was basically meant to just collapse it'd be the end of the multiverse in the comics, and basically collapse all of them together and make it just one connected universe. And so, basically, what happened was that, like, all the different universes, what their stories were so canon, they just basically made it so that they all happened in that one universe. So if they do that, basically we would do like a soft reboot of the MCU post Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah, because it seems like they're setting up the mutant saga, right? Like
Yeah.
like Secret Wars. Like I feel like they're gonna go
they're
because you know how many things you could do with just mutants alone.
Yes.
or in TV shows,
In TV shows.
in specials,
the mutant
like
saga, if you will, because the multiverse saga is essentially coming to an end in Secret Wars.
Yeah, this is the end of that.
And I think they're trying to be done with the multiverse, and I think a lot of fans are tired of the multiverse too. Like, yeah, it's great, it's rewarding, you can see a lot of cool stuff, but it's like ready to move forward with it.
Yeah.
So I think that, it looks like we're transitioning into the mutant saga, of the MCU.
I think we're gonna focus on the X-Men way.
Do you think that that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey?
Yeah.
Coleman Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Brand New Day.
That seems that seems like the biggest.
What other character she could be?
She could be also is it Firestarter? Starfire?
Firestarter.
From Spider-Man and Amazing Friends?
Yeah.
But like it says that she has been
She has mind. They showed it in the trailer too. Like she showed her like going into other people's minds and controlling them.
Oh yeah, most likely she's Jean.
Number one, Jean Grey.
I don't know, because I think there's another Spider-Man villain.
And you know she's cast for Secret Wars. So you
So you say? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she did.
Tweeted out. Yeah.
Oh, snap.
So
Okay.
it's 100% Jean Grey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 98% because that 2% she might not, and we're gonna be like, oh, she's not.
And it's like because of the fact that like everyone assumes that she is, so maybe she might be. I don't know, because I feel like there was a Spider-Man villain who could go into people's head. But
I know what you're talking about. She was like a little bit emo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I can't remember who she is, but like I remember that because of Peter Parker's like because of the spider bite, she couldn't enter his mind.
It's her mind.
And it's like, but you could enter the minds of people around him, including like
Which
cares
that happened a little bit in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe she can't access his,
Yeah.
Which I wonder if they go that route. But I'm
I
curious.
just think I will say Jean Grey is not the villain.
No,
I think
she's presumed.
I think it's Jackal. If you guys know who that is.
Jackal.
Yeah, I've heard of Jackal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably the villain a lot.
But
Yeah.
what you call it? But when it comes to like the mutants, I think we're gonna get a whole new X-Men team.
Naturally.
Because I think, and they're gonna be relatively younger.
Are we gonna recast Wolverine?
Oh, I don't know.
You kind of have to.
You kind of have to.
I mean, I to go back to the DC thing, I kind of dislike that James Gunn didn't do a full reboot. Like the fact that he brought over some characters from the DCU into the new ones. That's like, it's like, guys, if you're gonna do this, you gotta just fresh start on everybody.
I think they're gonna recast Wolverine post Secret Wars.
I think so too.
I think that Hugh Jackman's going out with a bang if he's in Doomsday or Secret Wars.
We know he's in Doomsday for sure. He's in Doomsday and Secret Wars. Okay, so then like,
So I think that's gonna be the end of him.
yeah, the man's been
like this.
He's been Wolverine my whole life at this point.
I think he just wanted to be in these films. If he's in these
Wolverine
films,
for my whole life.
Exactly.
Literally for my whole life, he's been Wolverine.
literally, and before you were born.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
It's like,
crazy.
he's been Wolverine longer than you've been alive.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
That's insane.
So
Yeah.
I think he saw that like hey there's still room for him to be Wolverine for the next two films, but I think he's actually going to be done after Secret
I
Wars
think
because I think going forward, starting with Sadie Sink, if she is Jean Grey, we're going to go a younger X-Men approach.
Which I think is the way to go with these characters for sure.
Legion of Love Triangle. With
Let's not
Cyclops.
Yeah,
the Cyclops. We saw enough of that in the X-Men movies. Like, let's not do
Even in the
that.
cartoon movie.
Yeah, like it's we don't need to see even X-Men '97. We got that love triangle. Like, I don't want that. Get rid of that, please.
Yeah.
They gotta cast the right person. I want a short one. I want a 5'3"
Yeah.
little animal.
It's like we need a short actor to play Wolverine and to do that ferociousness there.
Yeah.
Andrew Rodriguez.
Andrew
Rodriguez.
I know differentiate from Hugh Jackman's version of Wolverine too. Or just screw it, let's get the Calverine back.
But everybody.
When I saw that, I was like, Henry Cavill?
He does look.
You think he would be a good Wolverine though?
Yeah, if they cast him tomorrow, I'll be happy with it.
Like you wouldn't mind it?
No, I wouldn't mind it. Because Marvel take care of him. He'd be all right. He's
Sure.
deserves better.
Alright, so any final thoughts? So basically, we're just thinking that like post Doomsday, post Secret Wars, they're just gonna like reboot the whole like let's see the soft reboot the MCU and recast a lot of the X-Men.
Yes.
Like, and then just the mutant.
And Avengers. I think they're gonna recast some. I think they're gonna recast Cap.
Really?
Iron Man. I think it's gonna be like one of those. Tom Holland's gonna stay as Spider-Man, but I think they're gonna recast some.
They won't recast everybody though.
Not
The
everybody.
people they like a sense of nostalgia.
They do.
like to draw you back.
Yeah, because like it's unfortunately the MCU has kind of fallen prey to like what's happened in the comics, where like they constantly like reboot the series. They don't want to get rid of all the things that people like about it. They'll keep some of those things, but they'll still make it a good jumping off point for new people to get on. So this way, people who young kids like Gen Alpha who like don't feel like they have to watch all the Marvel movies beforehand to get started. Like, no, you can just start here after Avengers Secret Wars and just dive right in. And just start from this jumping off point. So it's like,
So I don't think they're gonna recast everybody, because there's certain people that just want to see those characters. Like, for example, like, I don't know, like you're getting Chris Evans back. People want to see Cap. People want to see Chris Evans back.
Yeah.
Or Chris Hemsworth, Thor, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So like it's good to have a little bit of people that you're familiar with, to draw you in, not just a brand new set of faces. You can do a little transition period. We got some old faces and some new faces, and then it'll actually help that. But I think post Secret Wars is going to be a brand new set of X-Men team.
A little bit more comic accurate, to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yes. When I mean comic accurate, I'm not just of the X-Men. I mean like the whole MCU.
Yeah.
Brand new day is straight out of a comic book. Like
it is.
So I just think that's the approach that they're going to do.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, but that basically wraps up this episode.
That's it.
Thank you guys. Please make sure you guys like, subscribe, and follow us on all of our platforms.
Turn the notifications on.
Yeah, turn notifications on.
Follow everything.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We're out there.
Yep.
All
right.
Give us a shout out on Popculture AF. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Feel free to answer the questions at the end to get a discussion going at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Answer in the comments.
Yes.
Take care, guys.
See you guys.